West Indies won the toss and asked Ireland to bat, who made 269 all out. Amy Hunter made 96 from 90 deliveries, after Fletcher taking 4 for 49 and Captain Hayley Matthews taking 3 for 52. West Indies at the start of their innings are none for none after 3 deliveries. Hello everyone, this is the Cricket Forum. This is the watch along of the West Indies Ireland one-day international women fixture in the Women Championship. It's a match West Indies need to win in order to enhance their chances of qualifying for the Women One-Day International World Cup in 2029. So none without loss after 3 deliveries. West Indies batting need to get up to 269. We're going to watch now as Matthews played that away through back with a square leg. They go for 1 and it goes into the boundary for 4. So West Indies up and running at the end of over number 1. 4 without loss. That one on the hip of Matthews, and she just clipped it off her hip down back with a square leg, and there is 4 runs. Our opening partner is Reliana Grimman. Which she has replaced Chinelle Henry in the team. I think yesterday when we were doing the preview of this match, someone tried to point it out, but I could not understand the last word that he had written. But now looking back, I now realize what he was saying, that it was Grimman he was saying. So thank that person very much, who probably had a inside look before the squad was released. You realize that later in the day, the West Indies did release the squad as Maguire comes in, bowls to Grimman, and Grimman played this through the offside. And that was nice from Grimman. Her hands were in a very small box there. That means close to her body as she played that ball through the offside. And I'm really looking forward to see the improvement in her batting. Maguire to Grimman and she cracks it through the offside for 4. She loves them out there, don't she? Oh, ho, ho. 10 without loss, West Indies. She was outside the off stump and Grimman cracks it away down to the boundary for 4. She loves them out there. She has always been good on the offside. A slip in place as Maguire comes in now. She's over the wicket. She bowls to Grimman, and Grimman at a moment was shaping to play, and then probably at the last moment she just pulled the bat inside the line and there was no run. I look forward to the live interaction today. Really looking forward to hearing what you have to say. Maguire over the wicket, bowls to Grimman, and she covers up into the offside. That looked good. Straight to the field, that cover, and there was no run. 10 without loss after 1.4. So Matthews is on 4, Grimman on strike. She's on 6. Maguire over the wicket, bowls to her, and she's solid in defense as she allows that ball to come to her. And she looked much tighter than the last time we saw her. You know, some of those balls should be pushing at. We have seen improvement in her offside. And once again, sometimes persons would say, I am too arrogant. But when you see something and you point it out and you see the improvement, you have to be happy about it. As outside the off stump there and beaten outside the off stump as it goes through to the keeper. She wasn't totally in control of her movement there, but the ball went through. And so, nonetheless, no damage done. 10 without loss at the end of over number 2. 10 without loss. at the end of over number 2. So West Indies needing to get 270 to win this match. 270, gonna put the West Indies playing 11. There's a West Indies playing 11 on the screen. So that's the West Indies playing 11 on the screen. So Matthews to face up to Prendergrass, and she's solid in defense as she plays this to the field at cover. And there was no run. So West Indies 10 without loss. Really is just one batter. Amy Hunt, the number 3, got away from us, made 96. I wanted to start on time this morning, but I didn't wake up on time. And I'm one who I don't use alarm clock. I think the body should wake up itself. I don't think the body should be forced to wake up. So I never use alarm clock. And I got up late. When I got up, they were 57 for 1. And the first delivery I saw from DeAndre Dottin was a long up down the leg side, which they think it was Gabby Lewis who pulled it for 4 down to backward of square leg. And the very next ball, she floated up one outside the half stump, and Lewis drove it through the covers for 4. And I just drew back my blanket. Prendergrass to Matthews, who covers up and played it into the offside for the fielder to field, and there was no run. 10 without loss after 2.3. So I got up when I got up just when Amy Hunter was out, chopped on the previous delivery from Fletcher. She hit it down to long on. Janella Glasgow should have taken a comfortable catch, but she pushed it over the boundary for 6. But the next delivery she played on and was out for 96. Because I was just about to get upset. The wide down the leg side for Prendergrass. The keeper cannot get it. It runs away down towards the boundary. First slip gave chase. They gone for 1. They come back for 2 plus the wide. 3, 13 without loss. Yeah, so Glasgow should have taken the catch comfortable on the long on boundary, and she pushed it over the boundary for 6. But fortunately, the very next ball she chopped on, because I was starting to get hungry now. But I don't like when players make 100 against West Indies. I don't like it. Prendergrass to Matthews off the back foot beats the inner circle. It running out towards the cover boundary. They're gone for 1. They come back for 2. The score moves up now to 15 without loss as that return comes in. So outside the half stump, and Matthews getting off, moving up to 6. For a moment there, I was going to say getting off the mark. But both batsmen now are on 6, 3 extras over number 3. West Indies looking to get 270 to win. They are 15 without loss. Prendergrass over the wicket, bowls to Matthews down the leg side, wide signal. No wide signal. Then what it came off? It must have come off, or I don't see that came off anything. So, and the umpire didn't signal a wide. Hometown decision here. Hometown decision already started. So we are probably going to need to make about 290 to win this match. Prendergrass over the wicket, bowls to Matthews. Matthews cannot beat backward point. The score remains at 15 without loss at the end of over number 3. West Indies batting. 15 without loss at the end of over number 3. That was played out into the offside. So Fletcher getting 4 wickets again, and Hayley Matthews getting 3. I think Alia Lane and Shanisha Hector were poor with the ball. DeAndre Dottin too, she was also poor with the ball. So, but nonetheless, we were able to restrict them to 270. There was an occasion when I thought that they would have gotten to 300, but it's good that we have restrict them to under 300. Maguire bowls to Grimman, and she slapped this through the offside down to the boundary for 4. Don't bowl it there to her. She loves it there. She absolutely love it there. That's meat and drink for her. That's where she wants it. So don't bowl it there to her. Good. Lovely shot by Grimman. Oh, she looks good playing that through the offside. I'm really looking forward to see when they tighten up the line to her, how she's going to react to that. You know, she's on 10. Maguire over the wicket comes in, bowls to, and she's onto the front foot and she squeezes this down to third man, just open up the face of the bat and allows it to run down to third man. And they got a singer. She moves up to 11. West Indies 20 without loss in over number 4. It's been bowled by Maguire. Captain Hayley Matthews will come in to strike. 20 without loss. So Hayley Matthews now comes in to strike. She's taking guard. It's the first time that West Indies is going to face, Matthews is going to face from this end. So she's taking guard, which is quite fine. She looks around her field. You know, there's a pole come balls off the back foot. She played it back down the pitch. It came off the stump, but Grimman was in her crease, and it goes to mid-on. No appeal. The score remains at 20 without loss after 3.3. Remind you that West Indies need to get. Yes, so there's a poll ago. How would you rate the West Indies women team performance at the World Cup? And I see that 30% of you think it was very good. 20% of you think it was excellent. 40% think it was average. And 10% were disappointed with their performance. Well, things are not black and white, but it's interesting. It's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. So we're going to watch now as Maguire moves in over the wicket, bowls to Matthews, is off the back foot and she crashed it past backward point down to the boundary for 4 more. Oh, what a lovely shot by Hayley Matthews. She was off the back foot. The ball was a bit short outside the off stump and she cracks it down to backward point for another boundary. She moves up to 10. West Indies moves up to 24 without loss in over number 4. That was a lovely shot by the West Indies captain. It pitched up and she gave it, it was back of a length and she gave it what it deserved. Just a little room. So there's a slip and there's a ring of fielders on the offside from short third man to mid-off. Maguire to Matthews and she drives into the gap. Work for the cover field that she won't get there 4 more. 228 now without loss. I was about to say 280. It's 28 without loss. Oh, the first one was off the back foot. The next one was off the front foot and she hitting the ball so cleanly. Good sign here for the West Indies. Very, very good sign for the West Indies. I want to say good morning to the Garth Ains, Pascal Williams, Sandiford Biari, Stephen Russell, Sheldon Simmet. Big up, man. Appreciate all of you are here. Really appreciate it. This is a women game, so I'll come to your comments very shortly. You know, during the women game, we take all comments. Once it is about the women game, we do not take comments about the men game in women match. The vice versa though doesn't hold. As Prendergast pitched up to Grimman and she played it down to the fielder coming off the backward point boundary and 1 more to the total, 29 now without loss. Matthews is on 14, Grimman is on 12. We are in over number 5. It's been bowled by Prendergast, one of the leading all-rounder in women cricket, 2.1 overs. None for 10. She's a right-arm medium pacer. She's over the wicket, bowls to Hayley Matthews, who forced this in the gap between cover and extra cover. It running out towards the boundary. The fielder giving chase. My screen buffer. So I don't know the result. It goes into the boundary now for 4. It's you know, that was a lovely shot by Hayley Matthews. Just waited on it and just caresses it through the gap. And putting some work in the fielder's leg. Those are what you call perfect shot, where the fielder has to run it all the way to the boundary. So putting some work in her leg. So this one, if you played it in the same direction, she might not run. Prendergast bowls to Matthews, and she played it exactly in the same direction, and the fielder doesn't run at it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. The previous one, she chased it right down to the boundary. That's the extra cover. This one now, Matthews played it in the same direction. See there, she doesn't run. She gave up. that's that's putting work in the fielder's leg. That's what it's all about. Yes, man, well done. And that's why the first shot was a better shot than the second shot. You know, yes, because it allows the fielder to chase right to the boundary. Here is Prendergast. He's over the wicket, bowls to Matthews. Matthews drive to cover this time, and there was no run. So 37 without last West Indies. Hayley Matthews is on 22. Griman is on 12. Remind you that West Indies need to get up to 270 to win this match. So that the playing 11 there, it's on the screen, the West Indies playing 11. We're going to watch now as Prendergast. She's over the wicket, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews after back foot straight to cover, but she was so tired that the ball just bounced off her and mid-off us to go to her left to field, and they got a single, 38 without loss. After running down those two balls, she is extremely tired. 4.5 overs have been bowled, West Indies. 38 without loss. Griman on 12 from 9 deliveries will come into strike. Hayley Matthews, she's on 23 from 20. Prendergast makes her way in now. The right-arm seamer. She's over the wicket, bowls to Griman, and Griman drives through the covers. They're going down to the boundary for 4. They won't get that either. Pitched up, and she drove it between backward point and cover. They turned to give chase, but you can see their legs weren't really moving. 3 boundaries from the over, 14 runs in all. West Indies 42 without loss at the end of number 5. Look at their movement. It was not as fluent as the first one that they chased. So well played, Matthews. That is about playing the ball and allowing the fielder to give chase right down to the boundary, putting work in their legs. They are not machines. They are human beings. They will get tired. 16 for Griman, 23 for Hayley Matthews. West Indies 42 without loss here, chasing 270 to win this match. So Maguire is going to continue now. She comes in over the wicket. Bowls to Matthews, and Matthews after back foot cannot beat backward point this time, but she missed field. Will they go through for a single? We'll wait. No, they stay. 42 without loss. So Maguire. Sandiford Berry from New York. Oh, Sandiford Berry, I woke up late, man. Maguire bowls to Matthews, who screamed this away down towards the cover boundary, but they have no fielder on the cover boundary. So Matthews will be looking to hit it in front of cover now. Now that they have a field on the cover boundary, Matthews will be looking to hit it in front of cover. So she can manipulate that. She won't mind the field on the cover boundary. Very interesting to see what Griman will do. Maguire over the wicket, bowls to Griman, and Griman drives, cannot beat extra cover. 43 without loss. She's on 16. Nice look of punchy driver, just standing up straight, almost off the back foot, the way it was going through the ball, but she was standing up tall. She looks good. I can see the improvement. I can see some improvement with her. She always played good through at the offside, but her hands was, as we watch this ball from Maguire, down the leg side, she looks to whip it away, beats the keeper. They run for 1. Will they stay on 1, or will they come back for 2? They come back for 2. We're going to see if there's signal from the umpire. Did it came off the pad? Oh, bat. She got an edge to it. As she looks to whip that away down the inside. So she moves up to 18. Matthews is on 24. West Indies 45 without loss. Yeah, as I said, she's always a good player through the offside. Bowls to Griman, and Griman played this away, pass backward point down to the fielder on the sweeper boundary. She moves up to 19, Matthews on 24. But what happened now, if you look at her, I want you to look at her wrist. And you will realize now that her wrist is not extending from her body. It is what you call it's in a smaller box. And that's what you want. You want the wrist to be in a small box as possible. Slap this away, drop that backward point into the boundary for 4. Matthews move up to 28. She came forward and played a slashing drive, that square drive. And it beat backward point down to the boundary. The West Indies 50s up. End of over number 6, 50 without loss. So outside the half stump, and she slapped this away, and it was dropped at backward point, and it hit so hard, it into the boundary for 4. The sweeper had no chance. So West Indies 50 is up after 6 overs, 50 without loss. Matthews on 28. Her partner Grimman is on 19. Yeah, so look, previously her wrist was all over the place. You know, the box was much wider where she, but now you can see that her wrist is in a very small box, and that is improvement. That is technicality. She's onto the front foot and she drives down to the field on the sweeper boundary for a single. The score goes up by 1 to 20. 28 is Matthews. 51 without loss is the West Indies. I must acknowledge that, and I want to big up the coaches who would have worked on it. And so, in other words, she although she's still playing well through the offside, her wrist is now closer to her body, and it's not necessarily the hand going through the ball, but she's now in more control, allowing the ball to come to her instead of reaching for it. As Matthews turned that away through mid wicket, and they will come back for 2. West Indies goes up to 53 without loss in over number 7. This is a good start by the West Indies. Very, very good start. We're rollicking along at 8.37 runs per over. So good is the women cricket. So here is Dempsey comes in both the matches, and she drives through the covers. They're sweeper on the cover boundary now. And they got they're coming back for 2. This is good running. The good running. And will they get 3? No. This running is only possible with Rileana Grimana or someone who is fleet of foot. That I think we saved about 15 runs in the field, where if Quiana Joseph was on the field, we'd have given up another 15 runs. And I think in just the 6 overs, from the running between the wicket of these 2, you could say we have had it already about 5 runs that we would not have gotten had Quiana Joseph been batting. So I have nothing against the young lady, but she need to get fit. She should not be picked for the West Indies team unless she becomes fitter. You cannot be carrying a field that was giving up so many runs while batting and while fielding. Matthews is on the front foot, and she eases down to the wide long off boundary for 4. I told you she was going to play it earlier. Don't I know this cricket? She came into the front foot and played that down to wide long off for 4. So 4 more to the West Indies total. I knew once you put the sweep on the boundary squared, Matthews is always going to come on the front foot and played it a little earlier and to pick up the boundary. So that's 4 more to Hayley Matthews. West Indies rollicking along at this time in total control here now. And Matthews is after back foot this time. Cannot beat backward point. That one hit hard. End up over number 7, 59 without loss. Good morning, Gartins. I think Ireland scored 40 runs too many. Hopefully someone can come to the party with the bat. How can you say, Gartins, Ireland scored 40 runs too many and the match is not yet finished? You can't say that. How do you determine that they score 40 runs too many and the match is not yet finished? Do you ever hear do you ever hear the saying Garth Ains that you cannot tell how good the pitch is on for batting until the team that is batting second batted? Yes. You can't tell what type of pitches until the team that is batting second batted. So you can't come here and say that it could be. I would be interesting to hear what the captains have to say because they may well say that Ireland 269 is below par. They may well say that. And they may well say that the dismissal of Amy Hunt was unfortunate, and if she had not been dismissed at that time, West Indies probably would be chasing 320. So I don't have I can't make that determination as yet that they score 40 runs to winning. Yeah, pulled away by Grimman. This is nice. I love that because that was straight to her and she pulled it. It was towards her body and she pulled it down to deep backward square leg and they go for two. West Indies move up to 61 without loss. So 61 without loss. West Indies. Grimman is on 22. Matthews, she's on 36. The target is 270. As you see there on the screen, Matthews got 3 wickets. Fletcher got 4. As Grimman covers up as Maguire back off a length and she played it into the offside where Maguire field. So Fletcher 4 for 49 and Matthews 3 for 52. And she slapped this away through the covers. I think there's a sweep on the boundary. Yes, it have gone straight to her. Grimman loves it out there. She loves it out there. And I must have said this about 10 times since morning. She have always loved it out there. But what we are seeing now is that she's allowing the ball to come to her before she play the shot. But she's always good out there. She looks extremely good. Matthews drive, and it peels off the outer portion of the bat to cover. Backward point, and there was no run. End of 8, 62 without loss. Matthews on 36, Grimman on 23. Yeah, good morning to you, to Pascal Williams. And yes, we all want the West Indies to win, and we hope that they win. Definitely hope so that they win. Garten is saying, oh, so Dempsey to continue. This one's for blessings to you, Steve Russell. The ladies, what's he said that the ladies? I'll come to that after the over. I'm not seeing quite what you're saying. Dempsey is over the wicket. She bowls to Grimman, and Grimman popped this in the air, but short of backward point. And that one probably just jumped on her. And was she losing it? When I say lose it, did she lose the shape that I've been praising her so much for? I would love to see a replay of that. Because you don't master these things overnight. It's work in progress. So you can, you know, let's watch. Dempsey's gonna bowl to her. 1.1 over, none for 9. She's on 23. She comes in and she drives straight to short extra cover, and there was no run. The score remains at 62 without loss. So we are in over number 9. Good start here by the West Indies. The run rate have dropped slightly, but you are not going to really always maintain that 8.37. If you do well, you happy, merry-go happy, but realistically, you don't generally maintain a run rate of 8.73. Dempsey bowls to Grimman. She dug out a York and Matthews called her through as the ball goes to backward square leg. And she moves up now to 24. West Indies goes up by 1 to 63. Matthews on 37. She comes into strike. West Indies 63 without loss. So see, is that Talk Sport doing watch along and the test between India and England? So there's a woman test match going on at Lords between India and England. Talk Sport doing watch along. She bowls to Matthews and Matthews crack this away down backward of point for 4. Ho ho ho! It's a flashing blade. It was outside the off stump. The right knee almost bending as the bat in a full swing. And as it connects with the bat, that right knee almost touching the ground, but she have good core strength. So it didn't quite touch the ground. And it went back down to the boundary for 4. Lovely shot. 67 now, West Indies without loss. Matthews is on 40, and she looks in supreme touch. Dempsey, the right arm seamer, is over the wicket, bowls to her, and she covers up, taken on the pad, loud appeal, not out, said the umpire. That looks straight, you know. That looked very straight. There's no review in this match. Well, I would love to hear your views on how that looked, you know. That looks very straight to me. Look at this replay. She comes across the crease. No, going down the leg side. Good decision. It going down the leg side. Dempsey to Matthews, and Matthews, he's this one to mid-wicket off the inner portion of the bat. I think our head fall over a little there just now. Probably need to just stand up a little straighter. End of over number 9, 67 without loss. Let me see if I can see what Steve Russell is saying. Okay, yes, we hope so too. Blessings to you. We do hope that they can build partnership. I hope they don't try to manufacture runs. Just play straight and use high sense. Yes, fully agree with you. On this pitch, it seems a belter. That's the left arm spinner. Who is that again? Soon tell you her name. She is Maguire. So you have a Maguire that bowl seam and a Maguire that bowl left arm spin. So Maguire, she's round the wicket, bowls outside the half stump, and Griana slapped this through the field that cover. The sweep on the boundary came across, and she picks up the stay on 1. 68 now without loss. Matthews comes in to strike. She slapped it so hard that the fielder on the cover shot in. By the time she got down, it passed through her. Round the wicket, Maguire bowls to Matthews, and Matthews hit this away down toward backward point. Work for the sweep on the boundary. She comes across, she stopped it. They come back for 2. Will they go for 3? We'll see what happened. They stay on 2. Matthews moves up to 42 from 33. Grimman is on 25. West Indies 70 without loss. We're going to watch Maguire, the left arm orthodox spinner. Round the wicket, comes in, bowls to Matthews, short. Matthews looked to pull, but straight to the fielder at backward square leg, and there was no run. It was short, it was a long up. She just mistimed it to the field at backward square leg, and there was no run. 70 without loss. Maguire, Matthews off the back foot, and as it turns away from her, she got her hands through it and played it down to the fielder on the cover boundary. 1 more to the West Indies total, putting it up now to 71 without loss. 1 delivery to come in the power play. It's the left arm orthodox spinner, Maguire, to bowl to Reliana Grimman, who's on 25 from 24. She comes in wide outside the half stump. She allows it to go through so that the umpire could signal wide. And that's improvement from Grimman, you know. Yes, a year ago, she'll be flashing at those. No foot movements. She'll just be trying to hit those away. That's good improvement from Grimman. Maguire bowls to her, and she just played this one to mid-wicket as she looks to force it through the offside. It came off the inner portion of the bat, went to mid-wicket. There was no run. 72 without loss at the end of over number 10. Matthews needs something from the pavilion. So just get a little more time here to see. Good morning, Carrie. Says, yes, Sheldon saying, good morning to you, Atina. And Sheldon is saying that the ladies have the batting to win this game going away. I think we definitely can win this game. No doubt about it, Sheldon. I really think that we can win this game. And thank you, Atina. Please Sasha, like and subscribe. We appreciate it much. Yes, so thank you. So I think I'm up to date with the comments now, you know. So yes, it's good to be up to date with the comments. But it's really hot in Jamaica, you know. Temperature is really hot. It's above normal. John, know it's above normal. I hope it doesn't get hotter. There's a long time we haven't had rain, you know. Every evening it appears that the rain wants to fall and then it just doesn't. Dempsey to Matthews off the back foot. She forced it down the offside. There's no run. 72 without loss. 72 without loss here. So we very important as this is Dempsey, the right arm seamer. She's over the wicket, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews drives straight to extra cover. Again, there was no run. The score remains at 72 without loss. We are in over number 11. So less than 200 needed for victory. It's always good when, you know, you ticked off those milestones. Less than 200, 197, I think. Yeah, 198. So it's good to tick off those milestones. Dempsey's over the wicket, bowls, and Matthews turned this to the field at mid wicket. Again, there was no run. So three consecutive dot ball here by Dempsey, but no need to rush. It's 270. We are we need just about we need less than a runner ball to win from here. So no need to rush. Probably now is the time that we probably need to play with softer hands, tip and run. Let's watch Dempsey bowls to Matthews, and Matthews whip this away down towards deep mid wicket, straight into the hands of the field, and she's out. Pitched on her leg, she looked to whip it to the longer side, and it went straight to the field at deep mid wicket, and Matthews is out. Was she the only fielder down there? And she hit it straight to her. She didn't have to move a lot. It did. Matthews is standing there because she's probably asking if it went for six. So they're gonna check something here. Hope whatever they're checking goes into the favor of the West Indies. Everything looked very clean to me though, but we may never know. Is it a no ball? Because it was there in the slot and probably needed to play it a little earlier or play it a little later. But it was perfect timing for the fielder on the mid wicket boundary. But they are checking something here. It was in the slot. The shot was on, no doubt about it. She probably, and it went. I don't know what they're checking because everything looks so clean. Unless it's a no ball, she was miles in from the boundary. So really hope that whatever they are checking goes into the favor of the West Indies. So you know they're checking to see. Oh, no ball. It's a no ball. Well done, well done. No ball. That's a no ball. That's a clear no ball, and that's why she picked out the fielder. That's why she played it so late. If it wasn't a no ball, the ball would take that fraction of a second longer to reach her, and she'd have played it earlier, and it would have beat the fielder. So it's not lucky. It's not lucky. It's not lucky. Yeah, no, it's not lucky. So we want to say she's lucky. No, there's a line there. The fielder need to keep the bowler need to keep her feet behind that line. If her feet was behind that line, Matthews would have played that ball earlier and it would have beat the fielder. She hit this away. It's a free hit over the top, down to the boundary for four. One bounce four. Oh. So the scorecard, I guess they're just adjusting the scorecard. That's why it's not on the screen because the score would have been put in out, you know. So you understand. So West Indies now 70, I think 77. I would love to say 77. So Matthews is on 47. Just waiting on the scorecard. As I said, you know, the scorer would have put in her out and would have been processing that. But now that the no ball came, they have a look adjustment to do. So she's off the back foot again and crack this down towards backward point. That should carry the score up to 78 and pushes her up to 48. I am assuming, yes, so I'm right. Yes, they have now rectified that little situation there. Grimman is on 25 and 78 without loss. As she comes in now, bowls Dempsey over the wicket, bowls to Grimman, and Grimman is forward, dropped, bunks just in front of her. She popped that one back to the bowler, and it dropped just in front of her. Now, no damage done, 78 without loss. I always like to explain those little things because sometimes there are persons watching and they they live in a world of perfectionism, although themselves are not perfect. So I always love to explain those things. The fielder, the scorer would have seen the fielder took the catch cleanly and would have plugged in out and having put in out, then they'll answer another 2, 3 questions. Who took the catch, who was the bowler, and so on. And so that graphics could come up on the screen. When the umpire decided that it was not out now, they have to undo all of that and then put in the right thing. And so that's why for a little while there was no graphics on the screen. Back of a length, Matthews pulled this down to wide, log on for 4. That's her 50. She's on 52. West Indies 82 without loss. As the left-arm orthodox spinner, Maguire was back of a length, and Matthews pulled this down to deep mid-wicket. This is about 1% of persons who generally behave like that, though. The majority are always very, very understanding. 52 for Matthews. She looks in supreme touch here. Oh, she's going along her merry race. 10 fours thus far. She hasn't hit a 6. And Maguire short again. This one may go dropped on the mid-wicket boundary. It was back of a length and she pulled it straight to the fielder down at mid-wicket, who instead of trying to take the catch chest high, chose to take it very low to the boundary. And that was good for the West Indies' sake. Matthews moved up to 53. She needed was to come in and take that catch higher. She chose to take it low down. And that's not a good technique. For everyone that is watching, that's not a good technique. Maguire to Grimman. And she's after back foot. She allows it to turn across her. And then she cuts it down to the fielder on the cover boundary. There's a single in it for her. She moves up to 26. West Indies goes up by 1 to 84 without loss. Matthews on 53 comes into strike. 11.4 overs have been bowled. The left-arm orthodox spinner, Maguire, she's round the wicket. She bowls and looked to turn that into the onside, and there was no run. Just, they didn't, wasn't. Yes, Maguire. She comes into Grimman. She's in, bowls to Grimman, and Grimman hit this down the ground. It gone a long way, 1 bounce 4. So she pitched up and Grimman hit it straight over long on for 4. Good shot by Grimman. She moves up now to 29. West Indies 87 without loss. Matthews is on 53. As Maguire pitched up in and you know, and she just came forward and she hit it down over the fielder at mid on. 1 bounce 4 at long on. You know, and she drives this one to the field at extra cover and there was no run. 87 without loss at the end of the over. And that is, I'm so happy to see Liliana Grimman in this team opening the innings ahead of Quiana Joseph. Because even that ball that she hit just now, Quiana Joseph could not have played that shot. She can't. That the delivery that she hit for 4 just now is the delivery that they bowl to Quiana Joseph to stifle her. So if you bowl to Grimman outside the half stump, she's going to play you through the offside. And if you come close to her, she's going to hit you straight. So those are good signs. Matthews got a full toss. She played it back to Dempsey. Cannon off her foot and goes to mid-on. Let's see. They go through for a single and word exchange between the bowler and the West Indies captain. Nonetheless, 88 without loss. She's on 54. I love that. I love to see word exchanges. A little nigger. It probably remind her of what you said. We are better than Ireland. She comes in bowls, swing and a miss. Oh, she lost it there, eh? Head was in the air and she just swing and miss as it goes through to the keeper. That's Grimman. So Dempsey there probably just reminding Matthews of what happened in the World Cup, what she said before the World Cup and what happened. 12.2 overs have been bowled, 88 without loss. The West Indies need to get 270 to win this match and to get crucial Women's Championship point. Dempsey to Grimman, turn away into the onside. There was no run, 88 without loss. She probably should have driven that through the gap, but she's still there, 29 from 31. Probably, yeah. Think it was full enough. But importantly, she's still there, and that's what matters. Dempsey bowls to Matthews and to Grimman, and Grimman plays this into the onside, and again there was no run. She remains on 29 from 32. Matthews is on 54 from 45. West Indies after 12.4 overs are absolutely going along here. Good start by the West Indies ladies. 88 between these two. As Dempsey comes in now. She bowls to Grimman, and Grimman turned this one again to the field at mid-wicket, who didn't pick up, but mid-on backs her up, and there again is no run. And she is interesting to see because those 4 deliveries were on her leg. You cannot really judge the length from this angle. And that's why I can't really give a fair assessment if there were off volleys. She drives through the offside this time, down to the sweep on the cover boundary. 1 more to the total. She pinched the single, the strike from her captain. 89 without loss at the end of 13. Yeah, from that angle, you cannot really tell if those balls are off volley, those balls that she's playing to mid-on and mid-wicket. And, so I'll give her the benefit of the doubt for now. So Sheldon was not happy with the shot that Matthews played. Yes, I really think if it was not a no ball, though, Sheldon, it would have gone for 6. Kenneth King, respect to you, King man. Good to have you here, man. I appreciate your kind compliments every time. Maguire, the left-arm orthodox spinner, bowls to Grimman, who steered it into the offside. Matthews want a singer. Did they come through? Yes, the captain called, and she has to run, and she dived, and she reached there. I hope she has not injured herself. She's down, and Matthews is calling. She's wrenching in pain here. This would be sad. This would be sad. Oh, it's cramp. It could be cramp. It appears that it is cramp. Hopefully, yes, it could be cramp. This is not good. She's cramped up, Oh, it's a dead leg? No, it doesn't mean her leg is dead. They call it, but this is cramp. This is not good enough. This is not good. It's not good from real land agreement. Honestly, it's not good if it is cramp. As a pro athlete, you have to take care of yourself better than that. She just faced 35 balls. She's just batting for 13.1 over, and she's in that severe cramp. As a pro athlete, man, you have to take better care of yourself than that. It appears that it is cramp, which is good. That it isn't an injury, a knee injury or anything like that. So from that point of view, you're happy that it is just cramp. But as a pro athlete, you can't just bat 13.1 over and get cramp, man. No, you have to take better care of yourself than that. Have to. Have to. I can't give her credit for that. Yeah. So while so just probably just while they're trying to sort out Grimman, I maybe just check in on well later today I'll be picking my 11. Yes, I'll be picking my starting 11 for tomorrow match. But just checking the score in the women game. So yeah, it's women game. There's another women game going on. England playing against India in a women test match at Lords. So the first women test match ever to be played at Lords. So India are 202 for 4. That's not bad. They're just about tea. They are 2 minutes to tea. England won the toss and chose to field. And so, she Mandana only got 83. Symmetry Mangana got 83. And Arman Preet is on 58 not out. She and Deep the Sharma, they are batting. So it appears now that everything is all right and it's good. So 200 and just 202 for 4. Yes, that's what I said. Yes, 202 for 4. Wide down the leg side. So back with live cricket here now, 91 without loss. 91 without loss. West Indies batting. We're going to watch as the left arm orthodox spinner Maguire comes in, bowls to Matthews, who turned this to mid wicket. There was no run. The score remains at 91 without loss. Matthews, she's on 54 from 46 deliveries. She have hit 10 fours thus far. Grimman is on 31. Maguire, the left arm orthodox spinner, round the wicket. Bowls to the West Indies captain, who flashed this away down to the boundary for 4. It was really a flashing shot as the blade comes through the delivery. You could hear the sweet sound of hood and leather as the ball races across the outfield down to the boundary for 4. The sweep on the cover boundary. She came across, but she was always going to get beaten. 4 more to the West Indies captain, taking her up now to 58. 95 without loss. Grimman is on 31. Maguire, the left arm orthodox spinner, much straighter. The captain came onto the front foot and just good shape, holding her shape there. Squeeze it past the stump at the non-strikers end, and they went through for a single, taking her up to 59. Grimman will come into strike as Maguire round the wicket, bowls to Grimman, and Grimman swept this away high in the air, down towards deep backward square leg. 2 bunks to the field, and they got a single there. Came off the toe of the bat as she looks to sweep, but then probably played too early, got it off the toe of the bat, and it went high in the air, down to the fielder on the deep backward square leg boundary. It bounced twice, so there was no chance of a catch. 97 without loss. Maguire bowls to Matthews, wide down the leg side. She looked to hit this out of Highland. Barely they play in the match. She looked to hit it out of barely. Misses. Wide signal 98 without loss. Matthews on 59. Grimman on 32. Maguire 3.5 overs. None for 26. As she's round the wicket, bowls wide outside the arse stump, wide signal again. Matthews just allows it to go through 99 without loss. She's on 59. Grimman is on 32. So here's Maguire, the left arm orthodox spinner, trying to finally finish the over. She bowls to Matthews off the back foot, forces it down to that fielder coming off the cover boundary. 1 more to the total. West Indies 100 is up. So after 14 overs, West Indies 100 without loss. Congratulations to these two, putting on 100 runs opening partnership. Matthews 60, Grimman 32, 8 extras thus far, 100 West Indies without loss at the end of over number 14. Well played. This is good. This is really good. Good. This is really good. Larry Prince, man, from Antigua and Barbuda. Good morning to you, man. Really appreciate you. Really appreciate you here, man. Always nice to have you. No, you're in the United States listening, man. And always a pleasure. So we're going to watch Dempsey as she comes in now to bowl to the West Indies captain, who is on 60. She's over the wicket. Bowls to Matthews, who plays this away to the left of mid wicket. Mid-on had to move to her right, and the batters stay in their crease. The score remains at 100 without loss. 100 without loss here. Thank everyone for tuning in. We appreciate you, and keep the comments coming. This is a women game and we react to the comments in a women game. We always react to the comment, but in a men game, you have to do so through our membership on Patreon. Down the leg side, whipped away by Matthews, down to the fielder on the deep backward square leg boundary. One more to the West Indies, 101 without loss. So there's a deep backward square leg and a deep mid wicket. There's a mid on and there's a mid wicket. So Grimmanuel comes into strike now. So there's a straight mid wicket and there's a mid on, and there's a deep mid wicket on the boundary, and there's also a deep backward square leg. Dempsey to Grimman outside the half stump, and she played this away down to the fielder on the cover boundary for another run. One more to the total. West Indies moves up to 102. So 102 West Indies without loss. Good opening partnership here from these two. Long may it continue. So we're gonna watch now as they didn't run. Matthews turned this away. What's wrong with the score? I'm sure that we are 103. It has to be 103. Okay, it's now 103. Because for a moment there, they confused me, you know. So it's 103. West Indies 103. Dempsey to Grimman, down the leg side, whipped away. Nice shot though, straight to the field, that backward square leg. Oh, she rolled the wrist well there. I love that. It was on her pad, you know, or probably just outside her pad. And if you should see a replay of that shot, it's something that you want to teach your young ones. You know, she was looking at the ball and you could see the wrist just rolling over the ball and make sure that it hit down into the ground. 104 without loss. Matthews is on strike. Here is Dempsey. She's over the wicket. Balls to Matthews. Down the leg side. Matthews flicked and missed. The keeper did not gather. Interesting decision here. Very, very interesting. That ball. If you're watching how Shea Hope and Justin Greaves sculpted Kamindu Mendes in the second test, I think that's what almost happened there, but the keeper did not play her part. Is it Amy Hunter as the keeper? I think it is. Dempsey's over the wicket, balls to the West Indies captain, who's on the front foot and stroke it to mid-off, who missed field. Did they take the chance to go through for a single? Yes, they did. Matthews had to pull out the dive, but the stump misses and she goes through. Always whenever I feel a dive, you want to see them get up. She's getting up. She's okay. She's okay, or she's in pain. She has not yet got up. She's taken off the helmet now. Whenever a batter dive, you always want to see them get up. Let's see who called. It's Matthews who decided who called. She was the one who took off first. So as she stroked the ball to mid-off, the fielder came across. It was going straight to her. It was a comfortable field. She missed field though, and it went about 3 yards behind her. Matthews called through Grimman, and they went for the single. She had was to dive, but she's up now. She has put on back her helmet, and she seems to be okay. You always, whenever a batter dive, whether in the men game or the women game, you always want to see them get up. Yeah, because when you dive, you increase the chance of an injury. So you always want to see them get up. And in this case, the West Indies captain, you really want her to get up quickly. So Matthews now, she's going to take guard. As we're going to watch now, the Murray, the right arm leg spinner, 106 without loss. She comes in, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews worked this to the field, that square leg, and there's no run. As that ball pitch probably just about outside the leg stump and turn towards the leg stump. Not a lot, just a slow hint of turn there. So let's watch Murray, the right arm leg spinner. She's over the wicket to the West Indies captain. She bowls the captain off the back foot and she just opened up herself too much there on that occasion. She got the inside edge. It goes down to mid wicket. Grimman called her through for a single, 107 without loss. Grimman on 34 comes into strike. Matthews moves up to 64. So let's watch as Grimman seconds now. She's on 34 from 38 deliveries. This is a good start. She comes in now over the wicket, bows to Grimman short, and she swings and misses. That one kept low, much lower than she thought. Let's watch the replay. It was back off a length. It looks to be a long up, but it kept much lower than she thought. She kept her eye on it, but it beat her as it turned away from the stump. Murray bowls to Grimman, and Grimman allows it to turn across her and then played it to short third man, and there was no run. That was well played. That is waiting on the delivery to come to you. That is watching delivery. That was watching the delivery. We're gonna watch Murray now. She's coming into the West Indies opener, Liliana Grimman, in bowls to Grimman, and Grimman hit this high in the air, caught, dropped that backward point. Oh, it's going out down towards the boundary. They're gone for one. They come back for two. They should turn for three. They feel that a long chase, but they're second and two. As the leg spinner turned across her, she looked to hit it straight, but then as it turned across her, it peeled off the outer portion of the bat. It dropped short of the field, that diving in at backward point, or did she get an hand to it? The replay will tell us. What was important though is that she came back for two and she moves up to 36. So work still need to be done, but I've seen a lot of improvement from her this morning. Murray to Grimman, and Grimman just waiting on that to turn this time. She loves it there. She loves it when she can just stand in her crease and allows it to turn, and she played it to mid off. 16 done, 109 without loss, West Indies. 109 without loss. Chasing 270 to win this match. So 109 without loss. So Dempsey to continue. This will be the this will be the drinks break after this over. So there will be a lot of time to read some comments, definitely. So Prendergrass is coming back into the attack. Our first 3 overs went for 23 runs. And Matthews, she's on 64. Yes, our first 3 overs went for 23 runs. Matthews is on 64. Grimman is on 36. Prendergrass is back into the attack. She moves in now to bowl to the West Indies captain, who drives to mid off, and there is no run. So the score remains at 109 without loss after 16.1 overs. The West Indies captain there just coming onto the front foot and just easing it into the covers, and there was no run. 109 without loss. I think that, as I said, we will have the drinks break after this over, and I'll react to your comments. Prendergrass to Matthews down the leg side. Let's wait and see. Another hometown decision. I don't think that was clearly a wide, wasn't it? That was clearly a wide to me. But you know that they have these new rules where there was a time when once the ball went down the leg side, the umpires would have called wide. They relaxed that rule a little now, but that one was even outside the guideline. Pendergrass to Matthews, who's off the back foot. She got an outer hedge and it goes down to third man. She was looking to force that through the offside. It peeled off the outer hedge, goes down to third man. They will get one more, 110 without loss. She's on 65. Grimman on 36 comes into strike. 110 without loss. I was listening to the Irish commentary this morning, and I'm telling you, man, it's straight up Irish bias. Matthews got a Yorker. She dug it out into the onside. They go through for a quick single. She has to dive again as the return came in at the non-striker's end. Oh, that was Grimman. She sent her back this time. It's 1-11 without loss. But Grimman had to dive. The Yorker was bowled to Grimman and she dug it out. And they call her through for a single and she runs and she ran and dived. So Matthews is now on strike. 1-11 without loss. She's up. She's okay. Good start this from the West Indies. Every West Indian fans should be happy about this start here by the West Indies. As Prendergast comes in, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews eases this down to mid-on. There is no run. The score remains at 1-11 without loss. 111 without loss. The score remains as Matthews eases that one down to mid-on. So India 202 for 4. Test, 4-day tests. West Indies should have played a test this year against Australia, but they did not. They converted it. Was it Australia? I think so. Off the back foot goes Matthews, cannot beat backward point, end of the over. That should be the drinks break. Isn't it? Should be the drinks break. Think so. 17 overs have been bowled. Yes, so it's the drinks break. So good to see that both West Indies openers batted on until the drinks break. Very, very pleasing, you know. So let me get some drinks too. I will come to your comments. 1-11, good start by the West Indies. Very, very good start. Good running, you know, and a lot of sharp singers. Singers that, you know, if there was another opener, would not have been able to take those singers. But it's good. And this is the advantage of having someone fleet of foot open in the innings and be able to take those singles. That's a big advantage, and I'm glad to see, and I'm glad to see that she's capitalizing on that opportunity, capitalizing on the opportunity to take those singles, and so we can push down the West. You can push down and go very close to a win here, you know, because we really need these. West Indies really need these points. We have only won 2 match out of the first. We have only won 1 match out of the first 6, so we are only 2 points. And as I told you yesterday, it's just the top seven plus the host that will automatically qualify for the World Cup. West Indies may well be the host, though. We are told that England are the favorites to host the World Cup, but West Indies is also being considered. So it will be very interesting to see if we got through and become one of the hosts. Yes. It's very likely that West Indies could be the host of the World Cup. Very, 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 very likely. I hope we do. Because we need to be hosting some of these tournaments big time, you know? Yeah, man. Although some would say we just got the T20 Cricket World Cup, so what's the fuss? We want as many as possible. So Grimman is up. How can a young lady like that, a professional athlete, suffering from cramp? It's God's sake. It's not in the West Indies, it's Ireland. They need to do better, man. They need to take better care of their body. definitely need to take better care of their body. And so the drinks break allow you to. I soon take your comment, man. I soon take your comment. But it's sometimes it's not easy to do the watch along and don't have something, you know. It's not easy. So this is the leg spinner Murray to continue. Ball to Grimman. It was back of a length and she missed time it to mid wicket and there was no run. Maguire to Grimman, and Grimman is forward and she played it out into the offside to the right of the short third man who had made a tumbling stop and they go through for a single, which would, I think it will push the score up to 112. I think that would put Grimman to 40. Not quite sure because the score is not on the screen at this moment, but I think that would make her 40. Murray, the right arm leg spinner, is over the wicket, bowls to Matthews who drives, beat the fielder at cover and goes down to the sweep on the boundary for another single. 113 now, the West Indies without loss. Murray to Matthews, and Matthews blocked this into the offside, and there is no run. The score remains at 113 without loss. We're going to watch Murray, the right arm leg spinner. She's over the wicket. She bowls, and Grimman hit this. Is it Grimman hit it all the way? One bounce over the top. Who was that facing? It looks to be Grimman. That's a lovely shot from her. It was outside the half stump. There was no fielder on the boundary, and she hit it over the top. Good shot. Forward of square. She knew exactly what she was doing. Big shot that from Grimman. I believe she's on 44. Waiting on the graphics to come up. Murray comes in, bowls to Grimman. Down the leg side, she swept it away. Down back with a square leg. She moves up to 48. 48 now for Grimman. She's playing some lovely shot here all over the park. She's looking real good. And I think that she's on 48. That's my calculation. But as I said, there's nothing on the screen. I think West Indies is probably at about 121 or thereabout. But good going here by Grimman and West Indies. I think it's about 121 without loss. Matthews play that away down towards backward point, misfield. They go through for a single. I would like to think Grimman is on 48, maybe even 50. Comes in, bowls to Grimman, and Grimman drives inside edge to mid on. Oh, the wrist went just there now. Matthews need to talk to her. Because the wrist just went there. It went. There's no graphics on the screen, so I'm trying to get the graphics on the screen. But I think she's 48. Let's watch Prendergrass as she comes in now to bowl to Grimman. I think she's 48. Maybe even 50. Probably even 46. Who to tell? as she comes in now. Prendergast bowls outside the half stump, wide delivery, wide signal as she allows that to go through. Just allowing it to go through. And there was no run. The graphics is up. 123 without loss. She's on 46. Matthews is on 67. 123 without loss. Here is Prendergast. She's over the wicket. Goes to Grimman. Again, a short delivery. Grimman just ducks and allows it, to go through. And there was no run. Prendergast over the wicket, goes to Grimman, and she slapped this in the air down towards cover, a single. She moves up to 47. The score moves up to 124 without loss. Matthews, the West Indies captain, who's on 67, will come into strike. The 19th over is in progress. Big opening stand here by the West Indies. Big statement here. 124 without loss. Prendergast to Matthews, who guide this away down to the field at third man. Genuinely, just guiding it away as the ball was full outside the half stump, and she just bend the right knee and make sure that she just caresses it down to third man for a single. West Indies 125 without loss. Matthews is on 68. Grimman is on 47. Grimman is on strike. Here is Prendergast. She's over the wicket, bows to Grimman, and Grimman looked to flick that away through the onside. Misses. End of over number 19. West Indies 125 without loss at the end of over number 19. With Matthews on 68, Grimman on 47. Maguire down the leg side to Matthews, wide signal. Maguire, the leg spinner, she comes in, bows to the West Indies captain, outside the half stump, and she played this away down to backward point. Work for the fielder. He can't get there. 4 runs. She moves up to 72. What a lovely shot that was from Matthews. She just caresses it away as the leg spinner tossed it up outside the half stump. She waited on it to come, almost passing her, and then the blade came flashing through as it went away down to backward point for 4. She deliberately play that one later because the fielder is on the cover boundary and she need to beat her to her left. Murray comes in, bows to Matthews this time off the front, off the back foot, allows it to turn across her, and then she played it to that fielder deep at cover, just at the edge of the 30-yard circle. The score remains at 130 without loss. Matthews is on 72. West Indies 130 without loss after 19.2. Here is Murray. She's over the wicket, Matthews off the back foot, and she cracks this away down towards the boundary. The fielder has to come across. She dive and misses it, and it goes into the boundary for 4 more. What a shot again by the West Indies captain. Just rocking back and cracking that down to the boundary for 4 more. They just can't stop us now. What a wonderful reply from Matthews. She got 3 wickets, and now she's on 76. All the talk, shut up now. Bowls to her, and she covers up. All the celebration in the dressing room. Just island. Just island. Sports is a wonderful thing, man. A wonderful thing. And you need that in sport, you know. Murray bowls to the West Indies captain who plays this to the fielder deep on the cover boundary, not on the boundary, deep in the covers, right about the edge of the 30-yard circle, and she has to move to her left. But she did it so well that no run was scored. 134 without loss as Matt just sent back Grimman. One delivery to come in. This is the 20th over. The right arm leg spinner Murray comes in, bowls to the West Indies captain Matthews, back of a length. She pulled this down to back with a square leg straight to the fielder, and they got a singer push. This is the score up to 135 without loss at the end of over number 20 with Matthews on 77, Grimman on 47. So Prendergrass bowled one delivery, which was a dot ball. She comes in now with her second delivery to bowl to Matthews, and Matthews off the front back foot and steer this away down to the boundary where the fielder came across, dived, stopped it, and they came back for two comfortable runs. She moves up now to 79. West Indies 137 without loss. Well, it's just Ireland. That sound. It's just Ireland. Well, that would have rubbed her badly. Who wouldn't? It would have rubbed me badly too. You know, just Ireland. She comes in, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews played this down to mid off, and there was no run. 137 without loss. They really went in on her. Just Ireland. Just Ireland. I can come to your comments now. She's over the wicket, bowls, turn away to mid wickets, stopped by the fielder, sends the return in, and there was no run. 137 without loss. We're gonna watch Grimman. She's two deliveries in this over. What to come? 137 without loss as she comes into bowl to the West Indies captain. She's over the wicket, bowls to Matthews, short, and she pulls down to back with a square leg. The fielder came across, dives and misses again. It's four more. 147 for what without loss. 140, sorry, 141 without loss. What am I thinking there? It was back of a length, and she pulled it away. The fielder came around, dive, misses. It's four more to the West Indies. 141 without loss. Matthews is on 83. Grimman is on 47. Big openings partnership here. Prendergast. She moves in now, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews defend down the inside of the pitch. There was no run. The end of over number 21, 141 without loss. Mm. Gart is saying, why Shane didn't give Grimman a chance in the World Cup when Joseph was not performing? Grimman was not in the squad. Um, Garth Ains, she was not in the squad. But to what she's batting today and the improvement that I've seen her made, she should be in every West Indies squad going forward. Every West Indies squad, whether T20 or ODI, she should be in every one of the squad. But Grimman was not at the World Cup. so she could not have replaced. You may ask why she wasn't selected in the squad in the first place. I didn't have a problem with her not being selected in the squad, because when you look at her performances in the in our regional tournament this year, it was far from impressive. And to me, it looked like she had taken a step backward, but she cracks this away down to the backward point boundary for 50. Oh, it went into the boundary like a rocket, and Grimman is on 51. Lovely shot. Well played, young lady. Congratulations. I think this is our second ODI 50. I'm almost sure about that, but that was a brilliant shot. It was off the back foot, and this has been a fantastic innings by Grimman. 51, 7-4s. And I want to tell you, those 7-4s, she's played some spanking shot. And I'm almost sure that she has scored a half century in ODI cricket before. So congratulations on your second century, Grimman, in one-day international cricket. That was a lovely shot. And she patted the pitch like an old pro, you know. So we're going to watch now as... So she couldn't have played in the match because she wasn't there, you know. Pascal Williams, mind you put goat moat on her now. And man apart, the World Cup is long over. West Indies is 145 without loss in this match. So I'm not going to go back to the World Cup. Tell us what is happening here. Grimman just hedge this away. Educated hedge, they call it in cricket. Down to third man for a singer. It's 146 without loss. That's what we're talking about, Manor Park. West Indies 146 without loss. The girls, they won the 600 and 1,000. And they, you know, I think that West Indies should get 20% of it. I heard somebody say that West Indies should not get $1, not a penny. I mean, I don't think that person really understand what they said. Little balls to Matthews, who just he's this to mid on. There's no run. Nice wrist play. It was back of a length outside the half stump, and she heaves it to mid on, you know, and she and reversing a shot to pull it over long on. But the shot that she played was okay. I would have preferred she hit it to mid off, but playing it to mid on is there was a little more flair, a little more risk came into it. You know, and I really wonder what that person is thinking when they say that West Indies should not get a penny. I don't understand. As Little pitched up to Matthews, and the hands were away from the body as she looks to drive. It came off the outer hedge. It ran down to third man for a singer. She moves up to 84, 147 without loss now. Grimman on 52 comes into strike. West Indies 147 without loss. We're going to watch now as Little comes over the wicket, bowls to Grimman, who whip this away, down back on the square leg. It bounces away to the fielder coming off the boundary. As she turned up, down back with a square leg, she moves up to 53, 148 without loss after 21.5. The run rate, 6.7. That's a good clip. This pitch is a belter. West Indies now, the run rate is below 4.5, the required run rate. Matthews is on 84. As Little comes in now, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews off the back foot forces it to backward point. There was no run. The score remains on 148 without loss at the end of the over. 148 without loss at the end of the over. Look at that shot that bring her for 50 outside the half stump, and she cracks it away down to backward point for 4. This girl love it out there. So Kingman is saying that Matthews playing off the back foot is better than some of the men. Well, doesn't she looks that way? Yeah. Yeah, doesn't it looks that way at times? Yeah, she's. But what about Grimman? Grimman cutting the ball through the offside, and Grimman offside play too. It looks good, very pleasing. The thing about it though, Kingman, they wouldn't be able to play those shots against the pace of the men. Probably against. I was gonna say older, but probably not even against older. Cause older ball at 120 7128. Because anything over 120 give women trouble. So the men is gonna say that they're gonna play it against us. But I understand the point that you're making, I understand the point you're making. Yeah, Pascal, the girls are going very good. I'm disappointed though that you said Matthews batting very well, because I think both batters are batting very well, very well. So I'm sort of disappointed that your single Matthews, instead of pointing out that both are going well. So I'm a little disappointed in that, Pascal. You know, why is my screen freezing now, Lord? I don't understand why the screen choose to freeze. I can't understand that. There's no reason why it should be freezing. It continues to buffer. But it's up and running now. 149 without loss. I'm very happy that it passed 147, because you remember I misspoke and said 147 for one, and I didn't want a wicket to fall at 147. It just seems like I had goat mouth. So we are up to 150 now. 150 without loss, West Indies. Matthews is on 84. Grimman is on 54. And some cat and mouse is going on here now as Maguire comes in the seamer, bowls to Matthews, who covers up and plays to mid-on. Mid-wicket skipped across field, and there was no run. Yeah. So 150 without loss. Manapart never seemed to make sense. Yeah, I think Manapart has something against women. Maguire outside the half stump. Matthews hit this over the top. What a lovely shot that by Matthews. She just hit it over wide extra cover. Will one bounce into the boundary for four. It was back of a length. She didn't look to pull. She didn't look to cut. She knows that there were no fielder on the wide extra cover boundary, and she hit it in the air down there. Look at that back of a length. Hit it forward, Hurley, and that shot, as she played that shot, the bowler tumbled over like it was like the shot hit her. Well, no, I shouldn't say that. I take back that. I don't mean it. But it's cricket. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. But still, I have to be careful how I phrase it. Off the back foot, as she looks to cut and she edged. Was that a drop catch? Or she misses? It will be very interesting, but I cannot tell from this angle because the it's not the front on view. When they're bowling from this end, it's not the front on view, it's the back view. The bowler is coming towards you. The bowler is not running away from you. So probably there's an issue with the camera at that end. Maguire to Matthews. She cuts this down to third man. It's into the boundary for four. She moves up to 92. She's rallying. She's really closing in on 100. She has been playing some brilliant shots. Her partner is on 54. That's Israel Agriman. So Matthews move up to 92. She probably wanted to cut it a little square, but it didn't matter. It came off probably the outer portion of the bat, but then it end up in the third man boundary, and that's what really matters, the runs. Maguire, she's going to move in now. She bowls to Matthews. She's up, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews work this away down back with a square leg. The fielder had to come to her right a little, but it was always going to be one. 159 without loss. Matthews on 93. Grimman on 54. It's the end of the over. Is Matthews pinching the strike here from the young batter. She's on 54 from 56, so she has not been going well. She has not been going too bad. But Matthews have faced 83 of the deliveries. She only faced 56. Okay, yeah, saying that when she plays the spinner. Okay. Yeah, you know. So clearly Manor Park, and is it you realize that he called himself Manor Park Loner? That means he's a very, very lonely person. So that's why, because person gives themselves a name that reflects who they are. And because he's lonely, he chose to give himself name Manor Park Loner, because he's living a lonely life because he doesn't like swimming. As little ball to Matthews, and Matthews just ease this down to the fielder on the cover boundary. So 160 without loss. Matthews is on 94. Grimman is going to face Little. Little comes into Grimman, and Grimman off the back foot slap this away down towards that field on the cover boundary. She moves up to 55. From 57 deliveries. Matthews is on 94 from 84 deliveries. West Indies 161 without loss. You know, those Ireland commentators must be shitting their pants now. This morning, listening to them, man, I became so disgusted. I have to mute it, man. They were so biased. So biased. Matthews, Seckers, she's at 94. Little, the right arm seamer is going to come over the wicket. Bowls to Matthews off the back foot again into the gap. The field and the cover boundary has work to do. She done it well. One more to the total. Matthews move up to 95. Grimman on 55 comes into strike. So Matthews is 40 runs ahead of Grimman, and she has faced 28 balls more than Grimman. So let's see. Is that all right? Comes in now, bowls to Grimman down the leg side. She looks to whip it away. It passes the keeper. They go for one. They're going to come back for two comfortable. I'm almost sure she got no bat to it this time. We'll see if it is wide or leg by. The umpire's out of view. Let's see, leg by. So two leg bys there. 164 without loss. Grimman remains on 55. It's 95 for Hayley Matthews, the West Indies captain, but she's not on strike. So she's one shot away from the 100. She has not hit a six in this innings as yet. Grimman drives. Oh, that's a good shot, but it went straight to cover. And when I say it's a good shot, is the way it ping off the bat. That one really ping off the bat just now as she came onto the front foot and hit it. It ping off the bat and went to cover very, very quickly. But it was straight to her, and so there was no run. 164 without loss. Little is going to bowl. Over the wicket, bowls to Grimman, and Grimman is off the back foot. She steered it away down to that fielder on the cover boundary. She will keep the strike. The score goes up by 1 to 165 without loss. Grimman is on 56. With her is the West Indies captain on 95. So 165 without loss. Is this the highest West Indies opening partnership in one-day international cricket for women? Very, very interesting. And as I said, this innings from Grimman tells me that she have rekindled the form that she had in 2025. Because earlier this year, she looked rubbish and she looked shitty. And a lot of persons were saying that, how can somebody went to a camp for 3 months and after the camp, you look worse than when you went in? But peer persons do have poor tournaments, and she just had a poor tournament. But today, she's on it, and she's playing very, very well. The day's hot, man. Hot. Murray, the leg spinner, she's going to bowl to Grimman. She comes in now to bowl to Grimman, and I cannot tell what the ball does from this end. Grimman looks to sweep, taken on the pad. There's no run. As the bowler is coming towards you, and when the bowler is coming towards you, you can't quite tell what the ball is doing. So the camera, I am almost sure they were using a camera from the other end this morning. I don't know what happened. Murray to Grimman, drives in the air over the top. The fielder at long off, she comes in. Don't like that shot though, it landed safely. I don't know if she deliberately chip it. I cannot say that she deliberately chip it, or she just probably didn't quite reach to the pitch and she went through with the shot. And that's what happened when the bowler is coming towards you. You cannot judge. But I'm not too keen with that ball going in the air there. Matthews played this away through the covers, down to the fielder on the cover boundary. One more to the West Indies total, taking up now to 167 without loss. Griman is on 57. Matthews is on 96, but it is Griman that is on strike. Murray, the right arm leg spinner from Ireland, she comes in now. Bowls to Griman, and we'll just wait on it to turn, and she slapped it to the fielder at extra cover, who had to make a dive to her right and stopped it, and there was no run. It's slow turn here from Murray, should say. Comes in now, bowls to Griman, and Griman just waited on it and played it a little later. That's a good shot, you know. It's only a single, but if you look at that shot, she waited on it, and then she make sure that she played it in the gap. And that's good batting also. You wouldn't say that, well, it wasn't sweetly timed or anything, but she waited on it. Matthews off the back foot, cut this away. It goes down to the fielder who is on the boundary again. She moves up to 97, you know. But I love those type of cricket when the ball is not there to be driven for 4 or to be hit for 6. It's a good delivery, but you waited on it. You adjust the wrist, you adjust your body, and you get it into the gap, and you get a single from a good ball. I always love that. 169 without loss, West Indies. Matthews is on 97. Griman is on 58. Matthews on 97 is going to take strike, and I'm sure when she reaches, well, but should she reach 100, I know she will have a lot to say to the Irish players out there, and she would have a lot to say to the Irish press, especially the wicket keeper. And I know that Amy Hunter is chatting away, and do you think Amy Hunter is still reminding her that it is just Ireland? Because earlier in the batting, she was telling her all the time, just Ireland, just Ireland. Do you think she's still saying it to her? Can you say that to a batter who is on 97 and she already got 3 wickets in when you batted? So can you really say that to her? That is just 97. As she plays this away, down wide of the fielder at extra cover who had to dive, but long off is on the boundary. She came around and picked it up, and there is a single. 170 without loss. She moves up to 98. Yes, so Maguire bowls to Griman, and Griman just she stand up and she play that ball to the fielder at the edge of the circle at cover. So let's watch now. She tapped away. She should be looking to get 100 here too, you know. Comes in now, bowls to Griman, and Griman forced this into the offside, and there is no run. Does Griman know that if she gets 100 here, she'll always be in the West Indies women's squad for the foreseeable future? Yes, I will not leave her out of any squad right now. Neither T20 or she swung this away down to deep mid wicket, back with a square leg, should say, into the boundary for 4. That's a lovely shot, you know, man. Bending down on one knee and just hitting it away, down back with a square leg. Look at that shot. Oh, ho, ho. Look at that. Lovely shot, Griman. Indeed. That was well played. Getting a little cooler, don't? Maguire to Griman, and Griman right through her inside edge onto the pad, onto the knee. As she lazily, I think she looks a little lazy there. Is she tired? Could be, you know, because remember that she suffered from cramp, so she probably is not as fit as one would want her to be. So she's probably a little tired there. And she swung this high in the air down towards long on. It was a full toss, and she looked to hit it out of the ground, but she didn't hit it as hard as one expected, and it bounced the long on for a single. She moves up now to 64. She will keep the strike at the end of over number 26, and you know, I forgot it. I forgot as we now required only 95 runs to win. So it's double figures now. So 24 overs left, double figures. And you know, they spun to Quiana Joseph, and she's probably gonna say, and she's probably gonna say, "Oh, am I gonna get back into this team?" And who's that in the vest telling her that boy your game gone? That person in the vest telling Quiana Joseph your game gone. You saw it? Yeah, she was there telling Quiana Joseph that your game gone. Who was that person? Well, yeah, well, you could see her clearly telling her, boy, your game gone, Quiana Joseph. Quiana Joseph was saying, as you think, as Murray bowls to Grimman, who played it out into the offside, and they go through for a single. The return comes in, missed the stump. There was a chance for another run, but Matthews decided against it because being on 98, she wanted to get this over with, done and dusted. So she just decided that, no, stay in your crease. Let me get this over with, done and dusted. And you can understand that. As she plays this down towards the cover boundary for another singer, she moves up to 99. So Matthews is on 99. The West Indies captain is on 99. So let's watch now. Grimman is on 64 from 71. Murray, the right arm leg spinner, comes into her full toss, and she played it late, and they feel that backward point, misread it, and they will come back for two. Definitely they'll come back for two. Yes, they are back for two. So she moves up by 2 to 66 from 72 deliveries. This is a good strike rate for her too. 99 Matthews from 89 deliveries. 179 without loss the West Indies. Needing 91 runs to win with all 10 wickets in hand. Murray comes in, the right arm leg spinner, bowls to Grimman, and that the googly came back. Well, I don't know if it's a googly or an inside edge because the bowler is coming towards us. So I'm not seeing what the ball is doing. I'm going to watch the wrist now and see. I've never seen her bowl the googly, so that probably is an inside edge. So I'm going to watch the wrist from now on. Watch her wrist. Yes. Since she's coming towards us, it's always easier to watch the wrist when the person is coming towards you, just like a batsman batting. So here's Maguire. She comes in. That's the leg break. Off the back foot go Grimman. Cannot beat backward point. She didn't pick it up cleanly, but that's another ball that just ping off the bat. As she looks to cut. End of over number 27. West Indies 179 without loss. Hayley Matthews on 99 will take strike. She will face up to Maguire, the left-arm orthodox spinner, who is round the wicket. Bowls to the West Indies captain, who's on the front foot and driving it through the covers, down towards the boundary. The fielder came across, dive, misses. It goes into the boundary for 4. 103, Hayley Matthews. Well played, the West Indies captain. 103 she is, unbeaten on 103. 17 fours and no sixes. She faced 90 deliveries. That's a strike rate of 114. And I'm sure the keeper, I'm almost certain the keeper now is not, Amy Hunter is not telling her just Island. You know? It looks like Shanisha Hector, that person behind Quiana Joseph, but why would Shanisha Hector in a bib and she's playing? Or is it a different bib? But you can clearly see that the person there is saying to Quiana Joseph, your game gone. Yes, so Matthews 104. She is, as she got a singer off that one, and Maguire to Grimman wide outside the off stump. The score goes up by 1 to 185. And really, I can't recall a 185 runs opening stand in ODI cricket for the West Indies. Make that now 186 as Grimman in looking to play this through the offside, got a bottom edge, and it past the dive of the fielder at extra cover and goes down to long off for a single, one more to her. She moves up now to 67, 186 without loss. West Indies. Murray comes in, bowls to Matthews after back foot. She cracks this through the covers, and the fielder and the boundary had to dive to stop that. It was a shot that the fielder at cover dived to her right, got a hand to it. The fielder at extra cover dived to her left, got a hand to it, and the fielder on the cover boundary had to dive to her right and stopped it. So three fielders had to dive and couldn't prevent the two. 188 without loss. The West Indies captain moved up to 106 from 92 deliveries. The umpire there just adjusting the stump as Matthews. She's on 104. She's going to second now. Bowls to her, and she hit this over the top down to the boundary for four. No one moves, pitched up, just came in inside out, over the top. She moves up to 110. West Indies 192 without loss. Maguire pitching up, and Matthews just hitting that inside out, over the top of extra cover, down to the boundary for four. There's no one down there. And so as the right knee touches the ground, and the ball beat the fielder, the long off to her left, and the cover fielder on the boundary to her right. She had no chance. Outside the half stump, flashing blade by Matthews down to that fielder on the cover boundary. It's now 193 without loss. I think Matthews have made her statement here, that big response. It will be lovely to see what's coming out of Cricket Ireland today on social media. I'm really interested to see that. I'm almost sure I'm not going to see just Ireland. I'm 100% sure that I'm not going to see. Big up Roddy Clay. Uh, yes, congratulations. Yes, nice knock. Yes, yes, Athena. Matthews off the back foot pierced this through the gap down towards the boundary for another singer. One more to the total. So Roddy Clay seemed to know every. Oh, that's why you know that Grimman was in the squad, because she's your girl. So you know that she got a call up. Okay, Roddy Clay. She's your girl, and you know everything about her. But thank you for confirming, Roddy Clay, that she had an half century prior to this. Yes, I can remember. I think it was against England too, wasn't it? I think it was in England. She played some lovely shot in that match. And Kingman, Manor Park have a Kingman, Manor Park, you see, he has a problem, King Manor Park Lone have a problem, Kingman. Let's why he doesn't call himself Loner instead of call himself Manor Park Loner? Eh? I don't know. Loner? Yeah, let's call him Loner. From now on, he's Loner. uh, as 194 without loss, as Grimman just looked to play that ball in the offside, misses. It was a full delivery, and she looked to just squeezed it out into the offside for a singer, but then she misses and it went through to the keeper. Murray. She has none for 32 from her 5.4 overs as she comes in now, bowls to Grimman, who a much better pleasing shot that she played out into the offside, and there was no run. She's on 67, one to come in over number 29. I think Grimman is getting tired here. She looks a little lazy in her stroke play right now. You know, so probably need to work on building up her strength. She comes in, bowls to Grimman, and Grimman drives, lovely shot down towards the cover boundary. The ball is racing over the turf. The fielder came to her right, and they are back for two, 196 now without loss. Grimman goes up to 69. Matthews on 112 will take strike. West Indies 196 without loss. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? How many of you are thinking what I'm thinking? You know, I really wonder if you are thinking what I am thinking. 196 without loss. Mm, mm. Oh, Roddy Clay. Yeah, you're associate with her. Good, 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 good. Okay. So Nigel Brown said, "Can I get the West Indies squad for this match?" I think the squad is in the video description. Check it out in the video description. I can put the playing 11 on the screen shortly for you. At the end of this over, I'll put the playing 11 on the screen, but I think the squad is in the video description. As the sun is turned away down towards fine leg, they will come back for two surely. 198 without loss. Matthews is on 114. Grimman is on 69. As Maguire, the medium pacer, is over the wicket, bowls to Matthews. Top shot that. Oh, my Lord. Oh, what strength. What serious core strength. She hit it over long off, standing up straight with a straight bat. Look at her. Look at the high elbow. Deliberately over long off, with a straight bat, she hit it dead straight for six. Over long off. Not a slap bat, it's a straight bat. Great strength there being shown by Matthews. I want to know how long these boundaries are, because that for she to hit that for six, it took great core strength. Whipped away, lovely, through mid wicket, down to the fielder on the mid wicket boundary, and they are driving out of barely as they realize that West Indies have brought up the 200 with that magnificent straight six by Matthews, which she just stood up tall. And if you are not watching, she stood up tall in the crease, and it's a delivery that some persons would have punched off the back foot. But what she did was to lift it over long off for four with a six with a straight bat. Grimman covers up and played into the offside, and there is no run. 205 without loss, with one delivery to come in over number 30. The required run rate have gone down below 3.5, as West Indies are scoring at near 7 runs and over. And this is good enough. Oh, just Ireland. That talk must be put to bed now. She comes in outside the half stump, Grimman swing and a miss. I definitely think that Grimman is tired and she has to work on her. There's not there's not the same fluidity that we saw from her earlier, when she looked so crisp and she was just timing the ball and she was just getting into position, you know. And she probably cramped a little, and maybe that's why there's not the fluidity. But I think it's probably tired too. Maguire to Grimman, and Grimman covers up and play to mid off, and there is no run. End of over number 30. At the end of over number 30, West Indies 206 without loss. Matthews 121. Grimman is on 69. 206 without loss. Is this the first time in the history of West Indies cricket? Yes, Roddy Clay, that's absolutely what I'm thinking. uh, Maguire to Grimman, and Grimman played this ball back down the pitch to the bowler who feel. I thought it was the end of the over. It's now the end of the over. 206 without loss. Matthews on 121, and Grimman is on 69. West Indies need 64 runs to win from 20 overs. 206 without loss. Roddy Grimman, Roddy Clay, that's exactly what. Yes, Nigel Brown, that's what I'm thinking. Yes, David Burton. Sure, David Burton. I will do. I will do. I will put up the playing 11 in this team, in this squad, very shortly. Let me get this delivery and then I come back and then I put it up. I promise I would have done it at the end of the over, but it just slipped me because I was reading those comments. But just give me a chance here now, as this one is turned into the onside, and was there was no run. So the playing 11 is on the screen, and I'll read it. I'll read it very shortly. I'll read it after this delivery. So is Murray, the right arm leg spinner. She bowls to the West Indies captain Hayley Matthews, who hit this straight for six. Six more runs to Hayley Matthews. She's turning on the trill now, and she's sailing along. So West Indies move up to 212 now, with Matthews on 121 from 100 deliveries, 18 fours and 2 sixes. Grimman is on 69 from 83 deliveries, 8 fours. So really in fine fakery here now, as they punch fist. Yes, gentlemen, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, we are on the same wavelength. Nigel Brown and Roddy Clay. Who else said it? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Can it happen? It would be really nice. It would be absolutely nice if we can do it. And oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what Cricket Ireland has to say. Murray, she's in the over the wicket, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews slap this away down to the fielder on the cover boundary. Matthews is batting at a different level right now. She's batting with a level of arrogance, probably not seen since Viv Richards. Is it sacrilege to say that? But she's absolutely destroying them. And you can see that all Grimman hit this in the air. Somebody running back dropped. I, I I don't want Grimman to play this innings right now. Grimman probably looking at the total and said that I need to get 100. But she can get 100 without playing those big shots, because you can see that she's tired, and that means her strength have been sapped. What she need to do now, the drinks break is coming up in another 3 overs or so, 3 overs after this. And I think Matthews had a good talk to her there and saying, just hit the ball along the ground in the gap. You only need 29 more. If you are close enough, I won't spoil it for you. So don't get carried away. So good to see Matthews go and talk to her. Murray bowls to her and she just blocked it. And she blocked the ball, right? And the ball was stopped in the crease. And that is something now that she had to learn, because although you block the ball and the ball stopped in the crease, you should still keep your foot behind the ball, because you don't want it to run onto your stump. Instead of just walked away, keep your right foot behind the ball so that if it run, it doesn't. And she hit this high in the air now, it going down towards extra cover. The fielder give chase. They're gone for one, they'll come back for two. And so two more to her. I have no problem with that shot. But 31 overs have been bowled, 217 without loss. Matthews on 128, Grimman on 73. I have no problem with the shot that she played just now. She hit it in the air over cover, over extra cover. But you can see that because she's tired, and so the strength gone, that ball just lobbed over extra cover and they came back for two. Earlier in the innings, she would have hit that ball for six. So Roddy Clay, I know you're close to her, and I know that's you're going to work on building up her strength. So hopefully in 6 months' time, she'll be hitting those balls for six, because it was there to be hit for six. And should have been on 77 instead of 73. As Maguire comes back into the attack, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews slap this over cover down to the boundary for four. She moves up to 132. West Indies 221 without loss. And I'm telling you, persons might say it's sacrilege, but the truth is, she's batting with a level of arrogance I have not seen it since Viv Richards. And this came about because of the chat on social media after what she said in that interview. And she's punishing. She's absolutely punishing these Irish girls today. She's punishing them. And I'm glad to see that. Round the wicket, and she hit edge to four, down to third man. So Maguire goes over the wicket, and Matthews was looking to hit it straight. It came off the edge, down to third man. West Indies 225, as she hit that very, very hard. Thank you, boss. Yeah, thank you. No filter, boss. Big up Sheldon Smith. Thank you, Christopher Bristol, the general. Thank you for being here, man, and thank you for the compliment. We're gonna watch Maguire now. She's round the wicket, balls to Matthews, and Matthews covers up, and there is no run. But Sheldon, a win is a win. There's no extra points for how far you win by our. A win is just a win. There's 2 points. So whether you win by 1 wicket or you win by 10 wickets, there's just 2 points. So I don't. Thank you for your comment, but I don't quite understand. Enjoy the win. I don't understand the pessimism that there'll be other games. We are playing Ireland now, and it's Ireland we're dealing with. 226 without loss. Grimman and 73 comes into stride. I promised my hearing impaired friends that I'm going to read the play in 11, but the women move so quickly between the overs. But after these 2 deliveries, I'll definitely read them. I won't look at the comments or anything. I'll go straight to reading that play in 11. Maguire bowls to Grimman, plays this away, down backward of point, is going to go to the boundary. The ball is gathering momentum. The fielder cannot get there. She moves up to 77. The score goes up now to 230 without loss. It was outside the half stump, and she played it away magnificently as Matthew spat her on the back and said, well played. Outside the half stump, she played it away. Just make 100, girl. Not many West Indies batters in the past have made 100. The list of West Indies women batters who have scored 100 are, I'm sure it doesn't pass up 20, As Grimman hedged this away, down to third man for another single. She moves up to 78. End of the over. 231 without loss. Matthews on 137. So the West Indies playing 11, not in batting order. Stephanie Taylor, Hayley Matthews, Shemaine Camber, Deandra Dottin, Jazara Claxton, Reliana Grimman, Janella Glasgow, Alia Alain, Shanisha Hector, Afi Fletcher, and Charisma Ramarat. That's the playing 11. Stephanie Taylor, or Taylor Matthews Campbell, Dottin Claxton, Grimman, Glasgow, Alain, Hector, Fletcher, and Ramarat. That's the West Indies playing 11 for today's match. I'll run through the West Indies complete bowling chart for you in a while, probably at the end of the next over. So it's 231 without loss, and Grimman is on strike. I think Matthews is trying to give Grimman the strike here to see how well she can do. She just needs to keep her composure. Dempsey comes into Grimman and she swings across the line of this and it goes to mid-wicket. She's losing it now. Come on. Come on, Grimman. Matthews is going to come down and talk to her again. See her coming down. And she's saying, play the ball straight through mid-on and let us run a single. It's easier to say than done right now for Grimman because she's looking at the score. She's looking at the fact that West Indies need 39 to win and she need 22 for the 100. And so she swung this away, down towards long on, bunks away for 4, good shot. She moves up to 82. So it's, you can understand. So right now, it doesn't matter what Matthews say to her. What is in Grimman's head is that, boy, we need 18 for make 100, West Indies just need what, 30? As the score come up 35 to win, and I need 18. And Matthews going great gun. So let's watch. Dempsey comes into Grimman outside the half stumps. He slapped this away over the top. It running down towards the third man boundary. There's a fielder there. It's more like backward point, deep on the backward point boundary. She moves up to 83 from 92 deliveries. Good strike rate. Matthews is on 137 for 105. Matthews' approach is going to be very, very interesting because although Matthews is trying to calm down Grimman and tell her to bat properly, when I say bat properly, you understand what I mean by hitting the ball in the V and hitting and don't lose her shape because she's very anxious that she may not get the opportunity to make 100. How Matthews bat right now will determine how Grimman bats. So let's see. Dempsey comes into Matthews. She's in, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews flashes this away down towards the extra cover boundary for 4. Grimman is not going to like that, and she's going to flashes it away, and she just stretching out the foot there, Matthews, probably from cramp. And they're having a good conversation. What 240 and Matt? I don't know. What would Matthews be saying to her? I don't know. I can't tell. But that shot from Matthews is Grimman not going to like that. 30 needed for win. Grimman needs 17 for 100. Interesting times. Very, very interesting times. But and especially in the head to head, the first one is if you and a team end up on the same points, the head to head decider is whether you beat the team or not. So if you had beat the team, so this is a 3-match series. So if West Indies win this series 3-0 or 2-1, if they and Ireland should end up on the same points, they would go ahead of Ireland because they win the series. It's not net run rate. But I don't know if Matthews have net run rate in her head. But let's see. It's going to be very interesting. Dempsey to Matthews turn this away down to backward square leg. They take a singer. Now this becomes very interesting. It's the end of the over. End of over number 33. As I promised, I'm going to run through the West Indies polling card very quickly. So we saw where Janela Glasgow opened the bowling. She along with Shanisha Hector. 7 overs, no made, 1 for 21 Glasgow. Shanisha Hector, 3 overs, no made, 26, none for 26. She was poor. Deandra Dattin, 7 overs, no made, none for 42. She needs to do better. Alia Lane was poor today. 6 overs, no made, none for 42. Hayley Matthews, 10 overs, no made, 3 for 52. Afi Fletcher, 10 overs, no made, 4 for 49. Muma continues to get wicket, while Charisma Ramarak, 6 overs, no maiden, 1 for 30. So I don't think that Hector, Datin, Alain, and Ramarak had the best of day, but the other bowlers bowl well and make it up for what they did. So as Matthews plays this one down to the cover boundary for a singer and said, over to you. Over to you, Grimman. So it's 242 without loss. So West Indies needs 28 to win. Grimman needs 17 for 100. Because I was reading the bowling figures, I didn't see how Matthews played that shot, but this would be interesting. Little to Grimman. She's in both to Grimman, and Grimman edged down to third man. It's running down towards the boundary. But there's a fielder down there who sends the return in. She moves up to 84. West Indies, 143 without loss. 243 without loss, should say. 243 without loss. We were 143 a long, long time ago. After this over, should be the drinks break. So keep your comments coming in. Although I said at the end of the last over, and I went to get something in the kitchen to eat and get some drinks. One more to the total. I think that should calm down Grimman. That shot from Matthews should calm down Grimman because you can see she just played it out into the offside. So hopefully it calm her down. 26 from 99 balls. It calm her down and let you know that, Matthews not going to hit off the run. So once you're there, the 100 is going to come. Little to Grimman, down the leg side. She looked to work this away. And Matthews didn't want to run, so that should definitely calm her down some more. Because Matthews is saying, why you run? Keep the strike. Why you run? Keep the strike. And so a leg by, and you could see Matthews putting out her hand and smile and say, why you run? Keep the strike. So good from the captain, Matthews. 245 without loss. You remember there was a match when the youngster, I think it was Ogis, that he never got a chance to make his half century against Nepal. And you see that since then he really even struggled to get the ball off the square. You remember the match, and he had the opportunity, and the batter who was batting with him, I don't remember, was it Chase? I think it was Chase that was batting with him. Hit the ball for 6, and then the other one for 4, and then the young man did not get to make his half century. And Matthews just blocked this. It's the last ball of the over. It's a drinks break. Yes, so it's the drinks break. Just give me a minute, and I'm definitely gonna come back and read your comments. Let's me just get something to drink and be back with your comments. Definitely. So definitely good going by the West Indies. So let me read some of your comments. Andrew said, "Well, Windies let my namesake have it. Full marks to Hayley Matthews back in form." And again, Andrew Irish. If I'm going to look at this comment, because you made no comment of really an agreement, and I wouldn't if I so that those comments are unfortunate. Griman is an 80 yard. She's batting well, so too. And these people who think that West Indies is a one is a one woman team comes with these comment. But in Nigel Brown, you can see that Matthews slowed down since, and even because even that leg by, she was saying to Griman, "Why did you run it?" And that last ball of the over, you can see that she just blocked it. And you look at the smile, and look at Ashmina Munasar and Manny Mango laughing, and there's Matthews laughing and say, "You can bet the shut up now." You can bet the shut up now, and she just saying that, "Take your time, man. Take your time. I'm going to make you make the 100." And importantly, they said action speak louder than word. But in that over, you clearly see that Griman will have the opportunity to make the 100. The action of Hayley Matthews. So the drinks break is just about finishing now. Henrik Thompson, to be fair, she didn't done so well in the regional tournament. She had a poor regional tournament. Um, so I'm not going to say that. She wasn't in the squad. She had a poor regional tournament. She looked very scratchy. So I'm not going to say that. We're just happy that she is. You know, we're just happy that she's here. A big favor. My wife is watching England. India must. Kenneth King is saying, "Do me a big favor. My wife is watching England India match, but listen to you. Give her a shout out for me, Marcia King." Oh, Marcia King, big up yourself, Marcia King. Yeah, man, really big up yourself, Marcia King. What? Yes, we're glad to have you here, Marcia King. Big up, big up, big up. Really a pleasure, man. We are always happy to do those things. And so we appreciate you being very much here, Marcia King, and your husband Kenneth King is giving you a big shout out. It was Django. He ended up making half century in Bangladesh. Um, okay, but you make one comment about the men. You don't need to make a second comment about the men. I mean, I'll read the first one because of a comment that I made and just trying to compare it. She's dropped that backward point. She's dropped that backward point. So you didn't need to follow it up with the next comment about the men. The first one was enough. You know? Yes. All right. Good to see that you correct yourself, Ainsworth. So big up Miss Marcia King. 245 without loss as Dempsey comes into Grimman and Grimman turn this down to mid-on and there is no run. So 3 deliveries have been bowled. She's an 84. So she flashed that one outside the half stump and was dropped at backward point. It went very half, quick to the fielder, and it was dropped. She's under pressure still, because she don't know if Matthew's gonna change her mind. About a 25 to win from 93 deliveries, you know. So Dempsey, in her 7th over, she's gonna run in now to bowl to. She plays it away down to mid-off, and there was no run. Are you sure? I'm not gonna follow up that because I'm not gonna discuss the men cricket here. You know. As we're gonna watch now, Grimman is an 84 as Dempsey comes into Grimman and Grimman swings this away past the fielder down to long on for 4. She moves up to 84 as that one was pitch up. She swung through the line. It wasn't the classical undrive. It was pitched up and she swung hard at it. It went between the batsman and the stump down to long on for 4. So no one is going to stop those unless you have a long on the fielder on the boundary. What she need now to do is to help herself to make sure she get a single. So she need to help herself to make sure she get a single here. She's an 88 as Dempsey comes in now, bowls to her. Let's see if she's thinking, and she hit this away straight to the field at long on, this mid on, the single was there. So Matthews now, we'll see the reaction of Matthews if Matthews is going to get a single and give her the strike. So 249 without loss. 249 without loss. Yes. So glad to see that Ainsworth correct himself and realize that is one person can't win a match. We used to suffer from that during the Brian Lara era and the Chanda Paul era. Remember that series down in Sri Lanka? I think Brian Lara probably make 2 million runs and Sri Lanka still win. Matthews looked to play this one for the single out into the offside, but she didn't beat the gap. She didn't find the gap. 249 without loss. Just 21 runs needed. Grimman need 12 of those. Matthews have just toned down and allowing her batting partner to get the single. To get the run, sorry. As she just play this away down towards the field on the cover boundary. Who sends the return in? She's not playing cricket, man. She's not playing cricket. Me? If I'm captain in Ireland now and that ball came down towards the cover boundary and the fielder, she had to move to her left. She had to move to her left to cut off the ball. I'm not moving to my left. I'm allowing it to run into the boundary. I'm allowing it to run into the boundary for 4. Yeah, I'm not moving out to my left and cutting it off. I'll put more pressure on Grimman to hit the 100. If I'm an Irish, I'm just looking at that's how I played. And she plays this away into the gap. They go through for the singer. And then she moves one step closer. She moves up to 89. And that is why she needed a level from 19. So there's an 8 runs window for Matthews to play with. And that 8 runs window means she can give her the singers and all of that. So she don't have to be, So Matthews now with 3 deliveries gone in the over, Matthews can still take another singer and say, over to you, Grimman, because Matthews have 8 runs to play with. little to Matthews. And Matthews dabbed this away. Oh, it's gonna run into the boundary. I got 4. Oh, I know Matthews have to start block everything now. She has to start block everything. She has to start block everything. That went for 4. It was outside. Matthews have to start block everything. Look at her. Oh, she has to start block everything now. And look at the feeler. She didn't give it the feel. It come like they're listening to me. The feeler didn't run hard at it. This is going to be tight, eh? Very tight. It's interesting cricket. Look at the Matthews, and she almost out as she looked to block that one outside the half stump. So well, don't we just love this game named cricket, man? So here's a West Indies captain with West Indies needing 15 runs to win, and her batting partner is an 89, need 11 to make 100. The captain is on strike, and she blocks it. She ensures she blocks it. Wow, lovely, lovely, lovely by Hayley Matthews. I hope the ICC doesn't see this as match fixing. Because the next thing you're gonna hear them say, you know. I thank you. This is West Indies. I thank you for doing your research. I appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you for the research, Mikel. This is West Indies Women highest opening partnership in one day international cricket. Actually, highest partnership in ODI cricket. The previous highest was 204 by Taylor and Juliana Nero. Okay, thank you. You know, thank you very much. As Mark Goodrich, I would love to know exactly what you're talking about. You said this comment is so poor. If you're talking about the commentary, you really don't have to be here. So if it's a commentary you're talking about, you really don't have to be here. I don't know if it's another comment made by someone that you are referring to. But if you're talking about the commentary, you don't have to be here. You can you, you have options, Mark Goodrich. Well, I don't know if you're talking about the commentary, but just in case it's the commentary you're talking about, you have options. So 256 without loss. Grimman is at 90. Matthews comes into strike as Dempsey's on her way, bowls to Matthews, and Matthews turn this into looking to turn it into the inside. The ball comes around, Grimman comes and dive. And if she's run out, it means it's because she's not paying attention, because she should always be looking to come back and strike. So the IQ is not there from Grimman. She really needs to get the IQ up, because she should be looking the single to come back and strike. Garth Ains, I know that in such a situation, personal milestone is very important to the psyche. And your opinion is your opinion. The most important thing to do is win the game, yes, but West Indies cannot lose from here. And the tiebreaker is not net run rate. The tiebreaker is, she's run out though. The tiebreaker is, oh, she made it. She made it. I was just holding my breath there. The dive saved her. But it was poor high cue from her not to be looking for the singer to get back on strike. While Matthews was well aware, she's the one who wanted to make 100, and she wasn't looking for the singer to get back on strike. So I don't have a problem with what's going on here, because the tiebreaker is not net run rate. At least the first tiebreaker is not net run rate. Is the first tiebreaker is win over your opponent. And she swung this away down to mid on. The fielder sends the return to the keeper. And Mm, as I said, the list of West Indies women batters who have made 100 in ODI cricket is very small. And if she can make that, she will be in a very select group. I doubt it is 20. You could stretch to find 10, but certainly not 15. And Griman swung across the line, bottom edge. It's going down towards fine leg. They run one. They will stay on one. She has just lost it, you know. She has just lost it because the pressure of doing so. Yeah, I agree with. My point is, I agree with you, Michael Douglas. But Garth Ains too does has his point. It's just that both of us see it differently. So I'm not gonna say Garth Ains is wrong, and but I'm just saying that we see it differently. She needs 9. West Indies need 12 to win. Matthews blocked this into the onside. They're using one ball now, so and she punched her fist. And Griman would be under pressure to get these runs as quickly as possible. Also, although and Matt just telling her, don't lose your shape, hit straight. Don't lose your shape, hit straight to those full ball. Because she's so anxious, because of it's a lot going through the young lady mind right now. It's a lot, a lot. You know, so we can just understand a lot going through her mind. So Little comes into Griman, and Griman drives and miss outside the half stump. It goes through to the keeper. She's under pressure. This is tremendous pressure, because this match could have been done and dusted already. But great patience from the West Indies captain. This is good, This is good. Great patience from her. But you know what? I know that fans just want this match to done and dusted like Garth Ains. Balls to Griman. And she slapped this loud appeal. She is out. She looked to cut. She got the hedge and she goes on 91. Keeper took the catch. And so Griman goes for a well played 99. I just think the pressure was too much for the young lady. Absolutely too much. There it is. The captain trying her best to coax her to the 100. She under pressure to get the 100 as quickly as possible because you don't want it to be drawn out. But well played, Griman. You should be in every West Indies squad for the foreseeable future. Yes, so that was a good innings. Sunshine Brewers, hi. Why do you think West Indies will win today? Because of their bowling or batting? Or also who your star players from both teams? Well, Hunter from Ireland, but definitely Matthews with the 3 wickets. And they're giving her a rousing round of applause as she came off, and included Quiana Joseph, who would have seen her game disappear. So Stefani Taylor, the goat of West Indies batting, walked to the crease. Yeah, you know. But it's an all-round performance because Affle Fletcher got 4 wickets, Matthews got got 3 wickets, so she will be the player of the match. Amy Hunter with her 96 from 90 deliveries, 10 fours. She did well when Ireland batting. So Little comes into Matt to Taylor, who just eased this down to backward point for a singer. It's 258 for one. Matthews is on 150. And interestingly, can Matthews switch back on now? Because she has gone down into low gear. Can she switch back on? And I hope she just let the game come to her instead of try to just switch back on. Balls to Matthews, swing and a miss. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Just switch back on. Just almost play like you're starting your innings over Matthews. You want to come not out for 155 or thereabout. I know you have slowed down your game. And the thing about it, Garth Ains, what you should because West Indies could have won this match with about 100 deliveries to spare. And Garth Ains at the top of the broadcast said that Ireland made about 40 runs too many as Matthews drove this down to long off for four. It was a full toss and she drove it down to long off for four. She moves up to 158. West Indies now needing, well, I saw 158, but it should be 154, shouldn't it be? And I think we need 7 runs to win. It should be 154. Yes, it's 154. They corrected it. Garth Ains had said that Ireland made 40 runs too many. And I just gave him one of the basic rules of cricket. You cannot say that until the team batting second batted. And you see they never made 40 runs too many. At this stage, they probably were 100 short because West Indies could have won this match done and dusted already. So they maybe were 100 runs too short, well below par. Right, Garth Ains? Right. 263 for one. Matthews is on 154. Taylor is on one. The batter to go was that of Reliana Grimman, who very tired. She was very tired towards the end, but nonetheless, she got 91. I think Grimman is 21 years old. She'll have many more opportunities to show her worth. If she's good enough, she will be in the situation. Just play the game. Ever everyone has their own opinion on it, but I just think so. We thank everyone for being here. Over 180 persons watching. We really appreciate you. So West Indies, please slash a like on the video. Just hit that thumbs up button. Let's see if we can get 100 thumbs up. And please remember, join the Cricket Forum Members Club on Patreon. That's the key where that allows us to go out and covers cricket, grassroots cricket, and so we're able to stream because your contribution allows us to stream those matches live. So become a member of our club on Patreon. The link is in the video description. It's also in the live chat. Just click on it and become a member of the club on Patreon. Because by subscribing, by becoming a paid member, you help us to stream grassroots cricket. The primary school final was on Tuesday. We didn't get any support to stream that live, and I'm sure that a lot of persons would have loved to see the finals of the primary school cricket competition on Tuesday, but we just couldn't stream that one live. There were no financial support for us to stream it, So become a member of the club and a paid up member of the club on Patreon. The link is in the video description. It's also in the live chat. Click on it. After back foot goes Matthews as she slapped this down to long off for four. West Indies need only 2 to win now. She moves up to 158. Taylor is on 2. Matthews is on 158. Grimman gone for 91. A mammoth opening partnership for the West Indies of over 250 between Grimman and Hayley Matthews. So West Indies here now collecting 2 more points in this World Test Championship as this is their 7th match and this is the second one they are winning. So here is Dempsey to Matthews, who just turned this away through mid-wicket. They're gone for 1. Will they come back for 2? No. So Taylor, yes. So once more, Taylor, in her long and illustrious GOAT career for the West Indies, has the opportunity to win yet another match. It was these two that magnificent 120 runs partnership in the World Cup final against Australia in 2016. In 2016, that allows us to win the tournament. As she looked to flick this down the leg side, the underarm flick comes in. The keeper whipped off the bails. Matthews with a dive gets through, and West Indies have won. Congratulations to the West Indies. Matthews getting 3 wickets and making 159. as all the talk about it's just Ireland, that talk would have been put to bed. Brilliant from the West Indies women. Congratulations. I will be back with you later today with the playing 11 for the West Indies match tomorrow morning, because there will, not tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, there will be an ODI match between West Indies men and and New Zealand live tomorrow, and we will be doing a watch along on that one. But before we get there, I'll be back with you in probably another 2 hours or so with the playing 11 for that match. So, and I realize that most of you, very good, 35% of you believe that West Indies reaching the semi-final at the World Cup was very good. It met your expectations. 24% of you believe that it was above expectation, while 7% of you think that a team reaching the semi-final of a World Cup was disappointing. Well, I am sorry. I can't see that as disappointing. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a wonderful afternoon. I'll be back with you in another 2 hours or so. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Bye for now.